Hi everyone, myself Chetan Jain. Today we are discussing the new topic, that is antihistaminic agents. Before listening this video, please like, share and subscribe for more important videos related to pharmacy. So in this particular lecture we are discussing about the introductory part of histamine, which are the different antihistaminic drugs, the pharmacological classification and chemical classification with their structures, because as medicinal chemistry point of view, structures are very important, and as a pharmacological point of view, pharmacological classification is also important. So both in this way we are considering this chapter. So before that, what is meant by histamine? So histamine is a tissue amine. Why it is called as tissue amine? Because histamine is widely distributed in the plants and animal tissue. Due to its widespread occurrence in our body tissue, it is considered as a histamine is a tissue amine. Actually जो histamine है, it was involved in diversified physiological processes. It is released in body usually in response to the tissue injury, inflammation and allergic and or hypersensitivity reaction. So what actually mean by this histamine? So chemically we define that histamine is a comprised of an imidazole ring. If you consider that this is an imidazole ring connected to an amino group through this ethylene bridge. If you see the synthesis of this histamine is actually it is derived from this histidine with the help of enzyme histidine decarboxylase. With the evaluation of carbon dioxide, histamine is produced. So these are the different receptors which are present in histamine. There are four types of receptor: H1, H2, H3 and H4. In that, H1 receptor is found on the smooth muscles, endothelium and CNS tissue. The functions of this H1 histamine receptor is it causes the vasodilation, hypotension, pain and itching. H2 receptor क्या करता है? It regulates the gastric acid secretion. जो H2 रिसेप्टर है वो गैस्ट्रिक एसिड सिक्रेशन रेगुलेट करने का काम करता है, विच इज़ फाउंड ऑन दी पैराइटल सेल. द थर्ड टाइप ऑफ हिस्टामाइन रिसेप्टर इज H3. दिस H3 रिसेप्टर इज जनरली फाउंड ऑन द CNS and it cause decrease in neurotransmitters like हिस्टामाइन, एसिटिलकोलिन, नॉरएपिनेफ्रिन एंड सेरोटोनिन. ये जो न्यूरोट्रांसमीटर इसका लेवल कम करने का काम इस पर्टिकुलर H3 जो हिस्टामाइन है H3 रिसेप्टर करने का काम करता है. लास्ट वन दैट इज H4 हिस्टामाइन. दिस H4 हिस्टामाइन इज फाउंड इन थाइमस, स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन, स्प्लीन, कोलन एंड हेमाटोपोइटिक सेल विच कॉज द मॉड्यूलेट द इम्यूनो फंक्शन. This is the function of this H4 histamine that modulate the immune response. And the next and most important point that is what is meant by antihistaminic agents. अगर सिंपल लैंग्वेज में अगर बोलते हैं तो एंटीहिस्टामाइन एजेंट्स एक ऐसे ड्रग्स होते हैं जो हिस्टामाइन रिसेप्टर को ब्लॉक करते हैं. ओके, और एक्चुअल डेफिनेशन हम देखेंगे तो एन हिस्टामाइन इज एन ड्रग विच सर्व्स टू रिड्यूस और एलिमिनेट द इफेक्ट मेडिएटेड बाय द हिस्टामाइन. मतलब जो हिस्टामाइन जो रिसेप्टर है या हिस्टामाइन जो अपना जो हार्मोन है उसका जो भी वर्क है वो वर्क एलिमिनेट करने के लिए जो ड्रग दिए जाते हैं दैट इज कॉल्ड एज एंटी हिस्टामिनिक ड्रग एज एन इंडोजीनियस केमिकल मीडिएटर विच इज रिलीज. कब रिलीज होता है? ड्यूरिंग एलर्जिक रिएक्शन थ्रू द एक्शन एट द हिस्टामाइन रिसेप्टर. अगर कोई एलर्जिक रिएक्शन अगर होता है, अगर कोई चींटी काटती है, दिस हिस्टामाइन इज गेट रिलीज इन अवर बॉडी, और उसको ब्लॉक करने के लिए जो भी ड्रग यूज होते हैं दैट इज योर एंटी हिस्टामिनिक ड्रग. जो H1 एंटागोनिस्ट होते हैं, H2 एंटागोनिस्ट एंड H3 एंटागोनिस्ट. इन दिस वीडियो वी आर डिस्कसिंग अबाउट दिस पर्टिकुलर H1 एंटागोनिस्ट विद देयर क्लासिफिकेशन. So this is the pharmacological classification of these antihistaminic drugs. ये जो pharmacological classification है, pharmacologically it is more important, but actually if we consider the medicinal classification of these antihistaminic, then we have to know the medicinal this particular chemical classification of this antihistamine. So these are the two generations of these pharmacological classification of antihistaminic drug agents. That is, first generation H1 antihistaminics and second generation H1 antihistaminics. Why this is H1 antihistaminics? Because these are the drugs which is selectively block the action of H1 receptor. Okay, that's why it is considered as a H1 एंटीहिस्टामिनिक्स और H1 एंटागोनिस्ट. अभी अगर फार्माकोलॉजिकल क्लासिफिकेशन अगर देखेंगे तो इसमें फर्स्ट जनरेशन के अंदर 3 कैटेगरीज आती है. फर्स्ट वन इज योर हाईली सेडेटिव, मॉडरेटली सेडेटिव्स एंड थर्ड वन इज योर माइल्ड सेडेटिव. सो हाईली सेडेटिव में जो भी एग्जांपल आते हैं दैट इज योर डाइफिनहाइड्रामाइन, डायमीनहाइड्रामाइन, प्रोमिथाजाइन एंड हाइड्रोक्साइन. ओके, और मॉडरेटली सेडेटिव अगर देखते हैं तो उसके अंदर फेनिरामाइन, सिप्रोहेप्टाडीन, मेक्लोजिन विच इज़ ऑल्सो कॉल्ड एज मेक्लिजिन एंड सिनारिजिन. और अगर माइल्ड सेडेटिव अगर देखते हैं तो क्लोरफेनिरामाइन, डेक्स क्लोरफेनिरामाइन, ट्राइक्लोरिडिन एंड क्लेमास्टिन. अगर ये जो ड्रग है आपने अगर कहाँ पे देखे होंगे तो दिस आर द जनरली ड्रग्स विच आर सीन इन द वायरल इन्फेक्शंस लाइक cold. In that particular situation we are discussing that we are taking that drug. The second generation antihistaminic drugs are the fexofenadine, loratadine, desloratadine, cetirizine, leocetirizine, azilastine, mesolastine, avastin and rupatadine. In that this leocetirizine is also considered as a third generation antihistaminic drug. If we open the book of any medicinal chemistry, this leocetirizine is considered as a third generation antihistaminic drug. So we can consider it as a second generation or third generation. Okay, this is leocetirizine is the enantiomer of this particular cetirizine. So this is the pharmacological classification. अगर आप chemical classification अगर देखते हो दिस पर्टिकुलर H1 एंटीहिस्टामिनिक ड्रग्स का तो इसके अंदर भी 3 जनरेशन आती है. दैट इज फर्स्ट जनरेशन विच इज कंसिडर एज अ क्लासिकल एंटीहिस्टामिनिक ड्रग्स, विच इज कंसिडर एज अ क्लासिकल एंटीहिस्टामिनिक ड्रग. और उसका साइड इफेक्ट अगर आप मेडिसिनल केमिस्ट्री में अगर कंसिडर करते हो तो सीडेशन इज द साइड इफेक्ट. बिकॉज वाई दिस ड्रग कॉजेज द सीडेशन एज वी सी इन द फार्माकोलॉजिकल क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ दिस कैटेगरी ऑफ ड्रग. So this first generation is again divided into different categories. In that first category is ethylene diamine derivative, for example pyrilamine and tonzilamine. Second category that is amino alkyl ether, for example diphenhydramine, doxylamine. Third one that is monoaminopropyl analog, for example chlorpheniramine, triphlolidine. Cyclic chain analog that is chlorcyclidine, meclizine. Next one that is phenothiazine derivative that is promethazine and trimiprazine. In second generation these are the drugs do not cause the sedation. That's why these drugs do not cause the sedation, because these drugs do not cross the blood brain barrier, and we know for the sedation effect it is actually these drugs actually act on the brain. So in somewhat some cases first generation drugs cross the blood brain barrier, that's why these drugs cause the sedation, but second generation drugs do not cause the sedation effect. For example cetirizine and terfenadine is there, and in third generation for example leocetirizine is there. Okay, this leocetirizine is again comes under the second generation or third generation. Okay, so the different structure we have to discuss that drugs. So if you see this is the general structures for H1 antihistaminic drug. If you see this aryl ring, okay, aryl ring, 2 aryl ring, or we can say that phenyl ring or heterocyclic ring is important for the structure. Okay, then on the position of X we can consider it as a oxygen, nitrogen or carbon. Okay, then 2 carbon chain is there, in that place 2 or 3 carbons are there, and this nitrogen which is which is connected to this R and R dash. Okay, if you see any structure of this antihistaminic category, this type of structure we are generally seen. For example in the structure of diphenhydramine, doxylamine, clemastine and diphenylphenylamine. Okay, these are the different structures from this category. If you want to draw the structure, please draw the structures and practice it on the regular basis as you if you want to remember that structures. Okay, next one this is the structure of triphenylamine. This is the structure of chlorcyclizine. This is the structure of meclizine, and this is the structure of chlorpheniramine. Okay. this is a structure of diphlorhydrin, phenidamine, trimiprazine and promethazine. This is cyproheptadine which is used to cause the hunger. Okay, अगर भूख बढ़ाने के लिए अगर कोई दवा दी जाती है तो which is nothing but your cyproheptadine. Azatidine is there, loratadine is there and cetirizine जो सबसे ज़्यादा कोल्ड में यूज़ किया जाता है. Okay, these are their different structures, and last that is levocetirizine and cromolyn sodium, which specifically the third generation drugs which blocks the H1 antihistaminic drugs. Okay, so friend, this is about the pharmacological classification and chemical classification of these antihistaminic drugs and what is the different role of this histamine. When it is formed, it is generally released in response to the tissue injury, inflammation and different allergic reactions. So it is considered as, in case of allergen, a type of antigen, okay, which interacts with the antibody on the mast cell. Okay, that's why this is considered as a antigen. So with this we'll finish our first lecture on this classification of antihistaminic drugs. As medicinal chemistry point of view, the structure activity relationship of any category of drug is also much more important. So for that purpose, in next lecture we are discussing about the structures of these antihistaminic drugs. So thanks for watching, friends. In next lecture we are discuss about this SAR of antihistaminic drugs. Thank you for your thank you for this listening this lecture. So we will meet in second lecture with the structure activity relationship of this anti-H1 antihistaminic drugs. Okay, thank you all of you.